was my school where I grew up. I left when I was 16 and got a job, but it wasn't a job for me. And when the job came to an end, to be honest, I was really quite glad. Looking back as a kid, I didn't have the best mental health. I never felt good about myself. Nothing major happened now. There was me and Mum, my dad had gone. Mum would sometimes get very down and would be in bed for days. I think she had mental health problems. Anyway, in the end I couldn't live with her. She was either very down or would get drunk and very angry. She never got help for anything. As for school, it just passed me by. I didn't really like it and I just wanted to keep my head down. I was never one of the bright ones. I was more of a loner, to be honest. I guess I just wanted to avoid all the attention. I just didn't want to be noticed. When you're young like me and not working, there's all kinds of things you have to do to get your benefit. I did try and keep up with all the requests, but I missed a couple of things and my benefits were sanctioned. You know, my money was stopped, and that caused me all sorts of problems, like being kicked out of the hostel, sofa surfing, and worst of all, rough sleeping. I don't think I can really describe that time in my life. I just want to forget about it. I know people think that I'm lazy and I lay about and I don't care because I don't have a job. But what do they know about me? At times, I felt like I wasn't normal, and I even thought I might be stuck like that forever. Other times, it's like I'm in a prison, I'm going mad. The walls are closing in on me. Back then, I just felt hopeless, frustrated, and suicide just seemed like an easy way out. I wanted my situation to change. I felt like it didn't matter. I felt all alone. I felt ashamed and angry, and sometimes resentful. When those feelings were really bad, I couldn't help. If I could get some money together, then I could drink and just forget all about it. Sometimes I would binge eat and then just starve myself. I think my family and friends had become impatient and fed up with me, but I suppose they have enough going on in their own lives. Sometimes I couldn't talk because I felt frozen. I get stomachache and I feel sick. Sometimes I couldn't breathe and I thought I was going to die with the chest pains. I get headaches which would last for days. I never had a good sleep anyway, as my body was always really tense and I couldn't switch off. My sleeping patterns were all over the place. But I was eventually referred to a youth support programme for people who were not in education, employment or training. They say that we're neat. I met with a youth mentor and I told them part of my story, and they seemed to really understand. And so as the weeks went by, I was able to tell them a little bit more. They helped me see that I was not alone, and there was others who had similar stories to me. As I grew to like my youth mentor, she helped me make connections with some things from my past, the present, and the social situations what we're living in. She also helped me to see how I can move forward in my life, doing things differently. She said sometimes people do things in a particular way, even though those things don't work. So she encouraged me to try new things, have new experiences, and to learn different things, and see if that would make a difference to me. I thought I'd give it a go. What did I have to lose? The mentor said that she could work with me and give me support. One of the things I could do to start feeling good about myself was to learn about myself and the things to help me feel good. Just like to tell you to eat 5 fruit and veg a day, there are 5 things that you can do to help your mental health. The 5 things I like to do are photography, music, especially R&B, dance, I love American hip hop, walking, and cooking. The mentor also told me about resilience. It's all about being able to build up strength and skills to handle the tough times and deal with difficult situations. They told me that they would support me in this. Life can be tough. There are no magic answers, but there are things that adults can do to help you feel stronger and to become more resilient to handle those times. The mentor helped me find accommodation, helped me with money skills and gave me travel tokens so I could attend appointments. We talked about diet and sleep and how to start caring for myself. I'm not saying everything happened overnight, but some good things did start to happen slowly. I guess what the mentor was saying about doing things a bit differently were bringing about the best in me, and I was starting to feel a lot better. We also done other activities which really helped me relax and have a laugh. You never think I've forgotten how to do that. I became involved in 2 new things, a community build, so we go into old houses, we redecorate and help them do the gardens. I did enjoy that work. The foreman was sound and he would sing and have a laugh and a joke. I learned to do loads of different things and gained a few skills, as well as relying on other people. They also had to rely on me, and I began to feel more included, which was a good feeling. I'm not saying that was the job for me, but it was good to be a part of the build, to be able to grow, to see the flowers open up, the places to become brighter, and see the good in people. Another thing I really enjoyed was the food bank. On the project, we talked about how we wanted to help other young people who were hungry and without food, as we had all been there, and I mean really hungry. We got a small grant to do this work and to operate it in a fairly similar way to other food banks, but ours is a little bit different, you see. It's run by young people for young people. The mentors also do things like showing us how to cook on a budget, and some of that food is really tasty. We have group sessions and one-to-one sessions, learning about lots of different things. I liked all the personal development stuff because we talked about recovering from trauma. I could tell you about trauma. I've been beaten up and other things have happened. We had sessions on anxiety and depression. Again, it made sense because now I know more about how I was feeling, when my heart was in my mouth, or sometimes when I just didn't have any feeling at all. I learned more about self-harm and staying safe, and also alternatives you can use when the going gets really tough. We talked about sleep and how to get better sleep. We looked at our relationship with food, some of those things I had never even thought about before. I guess we learned how to understand and manage our feelings, so we could stay calm and stop problems getting so bad. I never want to go back to feeling suicidal. I guess I'm learning how to deal better with problems in life and bring about change. They explained this in a simple way that we could all understand and discuss. You learn so much about yourself and other people, and the things that can really help. They also told us how brains are still developing, and this can go up to the age of 25, so my brain's still growing. They told us how we may need more sleep and that we may be more impulsive, taking more risks without really thinking things through, like drug use, speeding, unsafe sex and sexting. And what they encourage is that we really think those things through. Each part of that course concentrated on change and doing things differently, like learning and having new experiences, relaxation and personal development. And our brains are craving learning and new experiences, and that can help brains change and develop, and that can impact on how you feel. Well, I'm feeling great now, and it's working for me. I was beginning to learn more about myself and the things that could help me, and the mentor supported me with things like this. Supported me at meetings such as health and accommodation. Building a healthy routine and some structure in my life. Thinking through problems and making solutions. Moral support and motivational support to keep me going. Coaching and interview skills. At first, I always seemed to need the mentor, and now it seems like I need less and less of them. They're always there if I get stuck though. I thought England was all sorted and everything was good. You see people starving around the world, but I didn't know it was going on here. I thought this was just about me, and it's not, is it? It's one of those sessions where they had to talk about risk factors of mental health. Well, no job and no money must be a big risk factor. It was for me. We have a mental health worker who sometimes comes to the project. They've done an assessment on me, asking me questions and then telling me how they could help me. He explained and told me about 2 therapies that may help: dialectical behavioural therapy and cognitive behavioural therapy. I don't think I want that just yet. They said I could always take it up at any time, so who knows? I'm getting on better with my mum. Sometimes we can talk, but when she goes off on one, I just count to 10 and walk away now. Life has not been easy for her. As I have learned about myself, I have also had some thoughts about the things my mum has probably been through. Some of those feelings I once had and are now no longer there, and I'm feeling stronger. Yeah, I still have bad times, but they're much less. I do like the mental health workers as well. They're alright. I know he also talks to my mentor and comes in on some of the sessions. Do you know? I think it'd be a really good job.